Odors. This is Pauly from All Docked Up. How you doing? I never do a podcast without my main man, Captain Buzz.
Pauly, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We got a live broadcast tonight, a special guest. I'm in Eastport, in Annapolis. How you doing?
Hey, this is our first, so we're experimenting with our brand new technology because we're remote, right? I'm up in Delaware. You're down in Annapolis.
Yeah, that's because you suck and you're not in Annapolis right now. You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm on my way. I told you I was on my way.
On your way. I've been waiting for 2.5 months. What's the problem? And we have an awesome special guest tonight. Captain Buzz, I am so excited.
Yes.
I am humbled, I'm privileged, and I am humbled to introduce Miss Amy. Oh,
Amy, thank you very much for being part of our podcast. Introduce yourself. Give us a little bio.
now hold on. I gotta. Let me introduce. First of all, I gotta do this the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Eastport in Annapolis, in Maryland. And tonight I have a special guest speaker. We have Amy Lancaster from Yacht Sales International. This woman is a powerhouse. They sell Greenline boats, whether they're hybrid or electric. We're going to learn about that tonight. But on top of that, she's going to talk about the 60 and 90-foot Alvas that are full electric. And I'm so excited to introduce Miss Amy. Amy, you're on, hon.
Hi, Pauly. Hi, Captain Buzz. Thank you for having me this evening.
The pleasure is ours.
It is.
And Amy's going to talk about us tonight about the Greenline boats, their new line, and she's going to share with us her excitement about being a new vendor with All Docked Up on the platform.
That's awesome. And I just looked at the 48 Fly Greenline. That's a bad piece, man. I like that.
Isn't it pretty?
That is very pretty.
I'll tell you what, but let's talk about boater bites right off of the bat. Tonight, because Buzzy's in Delaware, we're in Maryland. Buzzy, I got some fresh rockfish that came in, and I had to chop her down. I made some rockfish bites. Oh,
nice.
Topped it with some fresh lemon, kosher salt, cracked pepper. How you doing?
Nice.
Well, you missed dinner because you suck. You're in Delaware. We're in Maryland.
Well, I know you had a salad with those bites, right?
Well, you know me. I always have greens with dinner. I did a nice, lemon vinaigrette with a beautiful olive oil. It was fantastic.
That sounds good. I know that we're definitely going to do some side-by-side podcasts, and we're going to eat like kings like we always do.
Well, I'm kind of waiting. Miss Amy's waiting too. She's not getting any younger there, Cap.
Nice.
Captain's briefing. What do you got, Cap?
Yeah, so I know I've covered this briefly, or I may have covered this a couple of times, but VHF, and I just
what do you got?
Well, I can't stress enough. I saw and I noticed this weekend a bunch of boats. It was a very busy boating weekend, right?
Okay.
And you could see that there was a lot of boats that didn't have a VHF radio.
Very scary.
The simple fact of trying to get a slip at a restaurant and just screaming at the dock hands instead of calling them on the radio, or pulling up to a fuel dock and not giving the folks a heads up so you kind of get in line, right? And you're not, disrupting other boaters that have been there waiting and use their VHF. Kayakers, wave runners, get a VHF. It's absolutely critical. You've got to have one. So I may continue to have that as a captain's briefing once in a while because I'm really passionate about that. Get a radio.
Amy, I'll tell you what, when Captain Buzz goes out fishing and he's on his little dink, his little rollable dink, a roll-up dink, I should say, when he goes out, we always say, Buzz, where's the radio? And Buzzy's got a handheld VHF, floatable, submersible in hand. Because if he doesn't, I'm going to give him a fresh one right upside the head.
Yeah, it's important. It's important.
It is important.
We're very big on safety. Very big on safety.
So, Pauly, what's your detailer's briefing for this evening?
I'll tell you what, detailer's briefing for tonight. I had a customer give me a call and said, Pauly, I have this odor in my boat that I cannot get rid of. And I said, okay, well, let me take a gander at what's going on. So I board the vessel, 33-foot Sea Ray Sundancer, and I'm starting my investigation. I check the pan and the air conditioner, okay? It's got a single air conditioning unit, 16,000 BTU.
Right.
I checked the pan shower boxes, midship bilge, whether it was their shower box, whether it was stagnant water. And I'm going through the boat and I'm like, you know what? I know exactly where it is. And it dawned on me, your smell's coming from your bilge. And they're like, well, what are you talking about? I said, guys, listen to me. The majority of your stench, of that boat smell, Amy, you've been on board. Do you ever have that smell that you get when you're on board?
Can't stand it.
And you can't stand it, right? And what boaters aren't realizing is that when an air conditioner is running, it's going to draw air from anywhere. So it's going to draw air from their bilge. I'll go ahead, open up the engine hatches, and I look down and I go, oh my Lord. I had a complete freak out fest. I'm like, this is not Pauly certified at all.
Was it the Bay of Pigs?
It was the Bay of Pigs, son of a bitch. And I was like, guys, you see your engine room? Well, we expected that our engine room should be dirty. I said, absolutely not. I said, pay a detailer, obviously myself, and make sure that the bilge is clean. Because all your stench, the majority of your stench is going to come from a dirty bilge. They don't believe that it's sucking air from that bilge.
Well, that and the float switch and the bilge pumps, they always leave an inch or two of water. They don't get it all out. So that's why
No, because the bilge pump is sitting in a holder.
Correct.
It's got its little base that it physically sits in that's drilled into the base of the engine bay. And it's not sitting on the bottom, so it's not sucking it out totally.
That's right.
And
shop vac. Shop vac.
Well, I gave the customer a price, and she's like, "Wow!" And I said, to do the engine room the right way, it's going to take me about 4 to 6 hours." I said, "I can't go in there with a pressure washer and go gung ho, around an engine, generator, electronics, wires, so forth and so on."
Right.
So by the time I was all said and done, got it all spotless clean. The boat smelled fantastic, and I'm going to wait on a result for a couple of days to make sure. But it was apples and oranges, Captain Buzz. Totally.
So how often should you have to clean out that bilge?
Well, Amy, that's an awesome question. And I'll tell you what. Now, Captain Buzz and myself, we're very anal. I clean my engine room 3-4 times a summer. I make sure it's all nice and clean. But the greatest part about it is if your engine room is spotless clean, and you have a mechanical failure, you blew an oil line hose, you have any problem, instantly.
Yeah.
And I will tell you what, I like to do mine 3-4 times a summer. Buzzy, Captain Buzz does his religiously because if they're clean, they're fresh. A mechanic loves to get in a fresh, clean bilge. So I'll tell you what, a minimum of 2 to 3 times a summer, give your bilge a fresh wipe over, a little bit of bleach and water, make sure you're not spraying any electrical components because bleach is corrosive. Make sure you have no mold, and you're good to go.
Yeah. The water gets in there. Sometimes it's if a heavy rain or you didn't have it covered, it gets down in there. I cleaned out all my sea strainers this past weekend. Great. Even if you shut the seacock off, you're going to get some overflow out of the strainer. So there's water in there. So you got to clean it out. Got to keep it dry.
You got to shop vac it, clean it out. Give it a little bleachy fresh, fabuloso. Love that product. But make sure that you're using a product that is biodegradable, obviously, and keep her fresh and clean, and you're good to go.
All right, let's bring Amy into this conversation. I know everybody tired of hearing from us.
Yeah, they're saying, guys, stop flapping your yap. Let me hear from Amy from Yacht Sales International. Amy, you have the floor.
Hi, everybody. How are you all doing?
So we want to know, first of all, Amy, who you work for, and tell us a little about that organization, where they're headquartered, the office that you have. Give us a little heads up on where you are.
So I work for YachtSalesInternational.com. We represent buyers and sellers for all the finest motor yachts and power boats around. We have a headquartered in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We also have offices in Cape Coral, Florida, which is directly across the Florida. Mm-hmm. We have one right here in Annapolis, Maryland, which is where Pauly and I are sitting, as well as up in Chicago. A few of our brokers have dual citizenships and represent us both in Florida as well as the Caribbean. And we also represent like Lake Erie, Cleveland, Ohio.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Washington,
you guys got
D.C.
some coverage.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, you do.
So we are all over the place and loving every minute of it. And just a little bit about me. This is my maiden voyage into the boating industry.
You are fresh. I love it. No, you're fresh into the industry.
Exactly.
And I love this. And I think people are going to love to hear about Amy's background.
How many years?
Because, yeah, she's a novice boater. She's fresh in the industry, and now she's in the boating industry head over heels.
I love it.
I am loving it. I am the finance director for Yacht Sales International. And so from a very small age, I loved numbers. Absolutely. You give me numbers, and I'll sort them one way and sort them another way and add them this way and add them that way. Subtract them and add them and multiply them. And I love numbers. So it didn't matter what kind of industry I was in as long as I had numbers around me.
Cool.
One of the owners, Wendy, the owners are Udo Willerson. He's German. Actually, he's now American. He just got his citizenship a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Wendy Mead, they started Yacht Sales International back in 2014. But Wendy and I have known each other since the year 2000. We met at my last company. She was IT director and I was a finance director, and we just hit it off and have been friends ever since. When they opened the business up, we joked around for years. When you can afford me, I'll come work for you. So last year they gave me a call.
When you can afford me, I love it.
Great.
I love it.
So they are awesome. Wendy's like a sister to me, and Udo is like a brother. But they are awesome.
Sounds like a nice company that's committed to excellence and taking great care of their customers.
Absolutely. That's one thing that we pride ourselves in, is the personal touch on every single interaction with our customers that we possibly can. Anywhere from selling a $30,000 or $40,000 boat all the way up to a $10 million yacht.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, I can vouch for that. Not only when we met Amy, I walked into her office. We were going to chat with her about all docked up and joining the platform.
She made you feel like $100, didn't she?
First thing right away, you know what? It was 100 degrees outside. You guys need water. Let me get you some water. And she gets a bottle of water. We started to get cooled down. And I was dragging, Captain Buzz, I was dragging ass. Mm-hmm. And she's like, Pauly, you look like you need coffee. Let me get you some coffee. It was complete white glove, just total hospitable. It was wonderful. And I'm like, if you treat somebody who walks, a salesman and a saleswoman off of the streets, if you treat them this way, I could imagine how well you treat your customers that purchase, the Greenline or the Alvas or a brokerage boat through Yacht Sales International. Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah. So let's talk about the boats that you represent, Amy.
This is hype, Captain Buzz. I'm telling you,
this is very cool.
This is cool stuff right here.
Yeah. So Greenline, right? That's one of them. Go ahead.
So not only does YachtSalesInternational.com, we take care of all the brokerage type boats, but we also are one of the main North America dealers for Greenline yachts, as well as we're bringing in a new manufacturer into the U.S., Alva Yachts. And one of the things that Wendy and Udo are committed to ensuring is that we always join up with forward-thinking manufacturers.
Nice.
How do we do that, you might ask? We represent two of the most forward ones ever. Greenline Yachts has been in the U.S. since 2014 when Udo started this company up.
Okay.
However, they've been building all of their lines, so all the way from a 33-foot all the way up to their 68-foot ocean class. They can build any of their models, either fully electric, hybrid, or fully diesel.
Wow, can you imagine a 68 that's fully electric? I can't even get my mind around that.
Yes, I said to Amy,
wow.
Captain Buzz, I've been saying, Amy, I need a sea trial. The Annapolis Boat Show is right around the corner. Udo and Wendy are coming in from Florida. I cannot wait to see these things.
Well, it sounds like Amy might need some help with deliveries too. We can help with that.
By the way, Captain, make sure if I don't extend that Captain Buzz is ready for deliveries, he's going to kill me.
Absolutely. So the 68, if we sell the 68, we'll have to get it shipped up here somehow.
Woohoo.
Oh,
It doesn't go over. It doesn't go over land very well.
Yes, we have captains. I'll tell you what. On the platform, we have captains, and Captain Buzz. He loves. We have done deliveries from Portland, Maine, and brought back trawlers. We've had a lot of great experiences together.
So Greenline, just to tell you a little bit about them, they're built in Slovenia, and Slovenia is well known around the world to be praised in their intact nature and the sustainable mindset of all of its inhabitants.
Okay.
So they are a green country. Their mission is to preserve the environment without sacrificing comfort. Any of the green lines,
that is very forward thinking.
Their ranges go from, like I've said, diesel, hybrid, or fully electric. They're renewable sources of energy with solar panels. Their black water tanks are standard on every single boat. It's not an option, it is a standard. Organic boat wash and biodegradable garbage bags are delivered with every single brand new Greenline.
Wow.
Oh, wow. They really go the extra mile.
They do. And then all the yachts are built in a vacuum, and then they use sustainable marketing materials. So
I love it.
Their brochures, they're made out of recyclable paper. Everything is just environmentally friendly.
They love everything that they do. They want to keep the environment intact. They don't want to pollute, but they want to enjoy themselves at the same time. So they're thinking way ahead of the game. And they got into the boating industry, which is even better.
Mm-hmm. And then our other manufacturer is Alva Yachts. So just one quick thing on the Greenlines. So they have the 33, the 39, the 40, the 45, both fly and
okay.
They have a 48, both fly and coupe.
Okay.
And then they have a 68 Ocean Class. A 68 Ocean Class fully electric. Can you imagine that?
I can't.
No, actually, yes. I can't imagine it, but I can't wait to get on it.
It is beautiful. I hit my head on it.
Oh, my God.
It is gorgeous.
Now, with the Ocean Class,
yes.
Amy, that means that it's certified for a blue water cruiser, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what classification exactly is that? I just hit you. Because I heard Udo. Udo was doing.
Remember, I'm a newbie at this boating stuff.
And that's okay. But it has its Ocean Class certification. And I'll tell you what, on Naughty Styles, Udo did a full video on the Ocean Class. What size was that again that he did that? That was
68.
That was the 68.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Buzz, that boat is gorgeous.
So what's the cruising speed of a fully electric 68-foot boat?
A 68-foot
Well,
boat.
it's how fast can you push the throttle down, right?
Wow.
How fast can you push the throttles down? Listen to you.
That's nice.
I love it.
So let me ask you, it's a displacement hull. It can't be. It's 68 foot. It's not a planing hull. But
no, you're correct.
Yeah.
It's a displacement hull.
But it's. I looked at it briefly. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
They've had it up on plane though.
Wow.
They've had it up on plane.
Yes.
You know what? Captain Buzz, here's an awesome story. Do me a favor, Amy, tell me the story that when the boat was delivered into the U.S., you had mentioned to me that he was doing a 6-hour cruise.
Oh, so it was a 48 hybrid.
Okay.
And it was
Which
down
means
there.
It's got a diesel engine and fully electric capabilities at the same time.
Correct.
Okay.
So just imagine like your hybrid cars, right? You can go gasoline or you can go electric, right?
Okay.
So that's ultimately on a Greenline, when you have it in hybrid, it's just a flipping of the switch. To the right, it's electric. To the left, it's diesel.
Wow.
I saw that on the 39 out there that you showed me.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's the way it is on all the lines. But so on the real life story. So Udo was taking the 48 fly from Fort Lauderdale up to Miami for the Miami International Boat Show.
Okay.
Intercoastal waterways. It's about a 3-hour trip.
Okay.
So he left our docks down at Fort Lauderdale. 100%, the battery's charged up 100%.
Okay.
And I think he had like maybe 40 hours max on the diesel engines. This was a demo boat.
So you're just in the break-in period of a diesel motor, not even close to break-in, actually.
Right. So typically it takes 3 hours to get up there. He got up there. Miami Boat Show was a little bit behind. And he had to circle and circle. You know, like when you're in a plane and they're full and the plane just has to keep
circle
on
at the outer marker.
Exactly.
And he's in a holding pattern. Nice.
He's in a holding pattern on the outer marker.
Exactly. So Udo was in a holding pattern for 3 more hours. So this 3-hour tour
turned into a 6-hour
tour. So again, we're on a hybrid. We started off with 100% battery charged up. 40 hours, let's say it. I don't remember the exact number, on the engine. Do you want to take a guess at how many hours were put on that engine and at what percentage the battery was at when they docked the boat?
I'm going to let Captain Buzz shoot. Buzzy, what do you think?
Well, a battery pack, 6 hours is probably going to use 40% of its capability.
All right, so he's thinking 40% of the battery life that it physically used. Okay.
So, do you think he used the?
I was going to say, how long? Here's the question, Buzzy. How long do you think he had to run the generator, or the actual diesel engine itself, the one that's proprietary to the boat,
to put power back into the battery?
System? Yeah,
I'm going to say that was probably not a lot, because I'm thinking the batteries. If you're only at 40, then you still have 60 left. But I mean, you used 60, and you're down to 40. That's what I think.
Okay, what do you got, Amy?
Okay, so when he docked up, he had used a half an hour, 30 minutes on the engine. So instead of 40 hours, it's now got 40 and a half. Wow. The batteries were charged at 95%.
Oh, my God.
Because what happens on a hybrid boat is not only are you getting the solar power coming in, charging the solar panels, and they are then charging the battery. When you flip over to engine, the diesel engine acts as an inverter and starts charging up those batteries.
Okay.
So
it's using the alternator that's on the diesel engine to go ahead and start charging the actual batteries.
Exactly. So within about 30 to 40 minutes, if your battery is at 20% and you turn that engine over or turn the power over to diesel, within 30 to 40 minutes, you're going to be up to 80% battery life.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
So just like your cell
phone.
So
a 6-hour tour, what did he use? A couple of gallons of fuel? Maybe?
He ran it for a half an hour.
Maybe? Yeah. I mean, what did he use? Less than a gallon of fuel at very best?
Thank you.
That's got a Volvo, Buzzy. On that boat that had a D3 Volvo, 220 horsepower. Mm-hmm. So it had a D3. Yep. So that thing was sipping fuel like a cup of coffee.
So it's a single screw.
That is correct. Okay. Single screw.
Yeah. Wow.
Single screw. I'll tell you what, electric's the way to go. It's changing. And I asked that to Amy. I said, Amy, that sounds all great and all that. And with Greenline or Alva, but are these ocean-going vessels, blue water cruisers? And she said, absolutely. Wow. They're full-blown ocean class.
Mm-hmm. That is amazing. Matter of fact, it's almost with dual power. It almost sounds like it's even more of a safety factor, because you've got batteries and you've got a diesel engine. You've got two sources of power.
You have a redundant system on board
to make sure
that you can. Yes, right. Not only the sun. Oh my God, that's so cool.
So, while you're all excited about hybrids, let's talk a little bit about Alva Yachts.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, Captain Buzz, she shows me the picture of the new 60-foot and 90-foot Alvas. And, you know what? We have got to show him that brochure. Buzzy, these things are full-blown luxury, built gorgeous, full electric, solar panels everywhere, integrated in all 3 decks, and you can't see a thing.
So, Amy, did I hear you correctly that your company is going to be the exclusive and the folks that are bringing Alva Yachts into the United States? Is that right?
Correct.
Wow.
We are going to. So they are debuting right now at the Cannes boat show right now in France. So that's where Wendy and Udo are at the moment. But Alva Yachts, you were talking about luxury. Their vision is guiding luxury towards sustainability. So just like Greenline, they're all about sustainability and turning people's mindsets around in the industry to become more environmentally friendly.
Right. That doesn't mean you have to cut comfort and luxury at the cost of polluting the environment.
Exactly. Today, electricity is not always generated the most sustainable way.
Okay.
But in the future, it will be.
It just gets better and better.
Exactly. So for an Alva yacht, they're solar powered. The 90-foot Alva has 200 square meters of solar
panels on board,
right,
sucking up solar energy all day long from the sun.
Just for the non-meter people, that is 2,142.78 square feet of solar.
That's incredible. I love it.
That's wild.
Ask me what kind of range they have.
I have not.
Yeah.
Amy, tell me what kind of range. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try because I'll sound like a Momo.
They can go transatlantic without charging.
Oh, my Lord.
They can go completely from the Mediterranean all the way over to Annapolis, Maryland without a single charge.
Huh.
The solar panels just keep beating down that solar sun. Those solar
and just keep
panels
feeding the batteries and repowering.
Exactly.
Captain Buzz, I'm telling you what, you got to see this.
This is going to be big.
Oh, it is huge.
This is big.
It is huge.
Wow.
And the luxury. Oh, my goodness.
I saw the pictures. I was completely jealous.
Exactly.
Oh, and by the way, Captain Buzz, we have Miss Bonnie Smith, the East Coast sales director, who just came in surprising through our podcast. Absolutely. Miss Bonnie, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Me and Miss Bonnie were out today crushing it, adding more people to the platform, more vendors day in and day out. So we have Miss Bonnie Smith in the house.
Amazing.
I love
Captain
it.
Buzz.
Say hello to Captain Buzz.
How are you?
I'm doing terrific. Outstanding.
And you know what? Bonnie was not here for the start of the podcast, and she surprised us because she was out closing 3 new vendors on the platform today.
Dig it.
So now boaters are going to be able to have, just today alone, 3 new excellent, top-rated, vetted service providers on the platform to be able to make sure that they satisfy their needs on the alldockedup.com platform.
So I've got a couple questions for Amy in regards to that. Amy,
certainly,
you know, Pauly and Bonnie busted into your office and and started.
Bonnie's welcome anytime.
And you greeted them with open arms and water and coffee. It sounds like. But what are your impressions of All Docked Up?
So being new to the industry, I am beyond excited about this because I use Angie's List. I use all of these apps to go find places. I just moved to Annapolis a year ago, so I didn't know where to get my hair done, where to get my car worked on, where to do this, where to do that. And as a new boater, and if I'm traveling, I don't know where to go. So all I have to do is have my boat information in my app, and I say, hey, I need this service. Hey, I need that. Hey, I need the other.
Yeah, you found the one-stop shop on the alldockedup.com platform. You downloaded the app, you're on the platform, and you love it.
I'm loving
everything under one roof.
And as a vendor, I am beyond excited about it because we're going to have Greenline yachts. We already have them all over the U.S. We're going to have Alvas all over the U.S. So our service director, he's already making plans to be putting these boats, the Greenlines, into the platform so that he can help the owners find
the service providers
for their boats wherever they are.
Buzzy, Captain Buzz, I had a meeting with Mr. Brewster out of Florida. And he said, he's like, Pauly, before we sign up, I have a couple of questions. Mm-hmm. And I said, shoot. And I said, well, what's going on? And he was in his office with his service manager that takes care of 5 separate locations. And the one comment that I got, we went through, a couple of questions. There was a Q&A. And the service manager says, Pauly, can you do me a favor? Hurry up and get to Florida. And I was like, well, tell me. Right. Tell me why. He's like, because your app literally could save my company so much time and energy by utilizing the platform to get their customers the professionals they need to service their boats.
That is huge. And Amy, thank you so much for your comments. We believe in it, but it's great to hear someone who, on both sides, being a boater and now a new vendor on the platform, you see the potential that we have. That's amazing. That's awesome.
I mean, we not only do brokerage, like I said, and we not only sell brand new Greenlines and Alvas, but we also do wholesaling. We also do surveys. We also organize mechanical inspections. We do import-export for boats. If you're buying a boat and you want to ship it over to the Mediterranean to sell it for a while, we will take care of making that happen.
All right.
We do transportations and so on and so forth. So even as a vendor, we're going to end up adding additional service items to our list, because right now we're just listed in there as brokerage. But we're going to be adding additional shrink wrapping and all of this other stuff, so that, because when they find us and they talk to us, we already have these customers that make sure that they use us or go through our company to make these things happen.
Right, because you'll take care of them, everything that they need.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you what.
So
awesome.
we, the All Docked Up platform, sounds like it can help grow your business, and that is exactly what we want to do to people, for people, and to help.
I'll tell you what, Captain Buzz, when we're here at the Annapolis Powerboat and Sailboat Show, Udo and Wendy, the owners of Yacht Sales International, will be here in town, and I'll tell you what, we're going to do a podcast together. It's going to be incredible.
I love it.
So anybody who's listening, you better be at the Annapolis Powerboat Sailboat Show, and you better come see Miss Amy, myself, Mr. Pauly, Captain Buzz, Miss Bonnie, because we're ready to go.
Roger that. Absolutely. Well, listen, Amy, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
Being
give her a little love.
Part of the podcast. Really give her a little love. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for having me.
With both Greenline and Alva. And I hope you sell a ton of boats and move a lot of product, but really, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Captain Buzzy, we're at 33 minutes. We got to bounce off.
Roger that. Captain Buzz standing by on 6-8.
I'll tell you what, Paulie standing by on, actually, hey, All Docked Up standing by on 6-8, Cap.
Roger that.
Everybody have yourselves a great night.